My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arakir Galadurathan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to the same as we continue on as the Anduin. Our wars... Oh, I haven't set the cursor. There we are. Our wars against the Woodland Realm go very well indeed. Our massive army coming up from the south has managed to scare the Woodland Realm, and they've moved their forces out of Bjorn's halls under the guide of Captain Erumolian. We will take back to Bjorn's halls, and then we will cut in and take Erundolan. In the south, of course, we are also mustering an army under our lord, Bralarn, who is going to head over and ideally stop Phalon, and then... Phylon. We're then going to go and hit Dorlingva and Bur Southis. And we can then cut north from those locations and try and just cut the Woodland Realm down where they stand. We also have an army moving over on Kalas Galadon, but I don't think it's going to do much, to be honest. And we'll likely just die. But we'll send it in anyway, because what the hey. I think we're at an end turn at the moment, though. I wasn't doing anything with anyone, was I? No, indeed. It's always the agents I always forget to deal with. So Bjorn's Halls. My plan at Bjorn's Halls, to be honest, was just to try and bait the Woodland Realm into attacking us, but I think it might be more beneficial to actually just assault it and get it out of the way and take it back. We get to kill off a faction, a general then, and we'll get Celeborn caught up in the mix, so that's 2 elven armies that will go down, and then we can swerve round and hit Erumolian on our own terms. We're going to go in with the army that's got more archers, which is this fellow, Odovasur. He has our finest forces. I will allow you to be controlled by the AI. Odovasur has the best army we've ever assembled, so we should be able to strike at the heart of the Wood Elves' resistance and crush their souls. I don't actually think the Wood Elves are going to put up too much of a fight, to be honest, because they've got too many enemies. Dale, Erebor, and myself are all at war with them, as are Mordor and... But not Dorwinion, sorry. Dorwinion is their only ally. So away to the south, they find some assistance in the form of Dorwinion, but elsewhere they have nothing. Now, this battle map, as we've already played on it before, as you know, towers and ladders and whatnot have no effect. There is a single gate, and that is the only access point to the entire city. Now, also do remember that our enemy are fantastic archers, and they will absolutely have plenty of them. I think at least 3 of their units are archers, maybe even more. But once the gate goes down, we want to send in our more aggressive units when we can, so they're going to go with that. But the rest, to be honest, I don't think you're really going to serve a purpose here. Now, the enemy army did get reinforcements, didn't they? So our cavalry might have purpose in dealing with the reinforcements. Oh, and they're coming in from over there. And what are the forces in the centre? They've moved to the centre. So, what are we up against? Let's have a look. Woodland Spearmen. Woodland Spearmen. Oh no, they have hardly any archers. The only archers being... oh no, Elder Council, of course, are Javs. Tawara Ainur, there we are, the General's Bodyguard. And Woodland Horse Archers. Alright. Well, the reinforcing army is coming in from a ways away. What I think I might do is pull our archers, tell them to stop, tell them to get tight together, and move them to intercept the reinforcements that are coming through. And we'll take those 3 defensive units there and move those in front just so that they block the archers. Everyone can sprint. We've got a couple of cavalry archers who we can send out as well. You might as well run out here and start firing away. Oh no, you're javelins, aren't you? Yeah, so get nice and close. And what is it that is actually coming in? We have got... Well, they move quickly, don't they? Archers, Hinidaur, more Elder Council, and is that Woodland Spearmen again at the back? Yeah, so not a fantastic force by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, and the AI's done that annoying thing. I've seen them do that before. And they do it a lot, in fact. They charge out at you to stop you battering down the gate, but of course all it really does is then mean you have to slog your way through the gate. I suppose it is a good tactic if you know your army's going to die, which they know it is. But it's a frustrating and annoying tactic, I can tell you that for free. But our melee forces will move in then. So we've got some spearmen there soaking up damage, but we don't really want the spearmen to fight, so let's try and get you to pull out. The cavalry's about to reach the enemy. Yes. get closer, and throw your javelins as soon as you can. Hinid Hour and Woodland Sentinels. I've never really liked the Woodland Sentinel visual. I think I would like the Anduin's Elven Archer units visual to replace the Sentinels. Always felt it was the weakest of the visuals on offer for the Woodland realm. Right, archers, you in position? Oh, you are. But I've told you can't fire. Don't know why. But please do. Oh yeah, there they are. They're in position, and the spears are just about to come through. Right, away over here. What happened at the gate? Did the enemy just pull back? Yes, they did. That's interesting. Do we just charge in? No, it's going to be a slogfest. No, just pull away from the range for now. Cavalry. Oh, most of your javelins are done. Yeah. Right, and the archers are getting into position to fire. There we are. The elves, of course, massively outrange us, but they're not going to stop to fire. They want to get to the town square, so they're just going to die here. But we'll take that.
Only half the enemy force
Kill as many as you can. Let's just keep that sped up. Oh, of course, I keep forgetting that that one is not an archer. He's a javelin, as is that one.
If we continue like this, we will smash
They are javelin troops. Oh, the woodland spearmen are going to take some damage down there. There we are. Right, that'll do you. Right, archers. Turn and face. Let's pull you in wide formation, and let's bring you back to here. We want to try and minimize our kills, of course, where possible. We don't want to just get people killed willy-nilly. You're still fighting, though. Oh, there's only 4 spearmen. That's all right. Just sort of let them go through. Pull the spearmen forward as well. You can take that one. It's a spear unit, although it is a weaker Bjorning type unit. Unfortunately, because the gate was never destroyed, our ally won't do anything. But I don't think we actually really need him, because there's hardly any forces here. It's just a bit of a dull battle, really, isn't it, as we maneuver our forces. I would like those of you that can to shoot at the Tawar Ainur. Did one of them just basically walk into the city? No, no, no. Stop what you're doing there. Right, all 4 of you. Let's move you forward. Archers, run away. Just about, just about. We don't really need you in that wide formation, actually. They've only got 1 archer. Right, our aggressive units. Let's get in there and hit those spearmen. Catch those at the gate. That's nice. All of you guys fire at will. Rain fire down on just anything you can now. Let's just use up your arrows. The Tawar Ainur will run out of arrows eventually. What's the stats? We've lost 3%. We've killed almost half of them. So it's going pretty well so far. Let's keep it sped up. And they'll now just rain down on the centre there. I think the enemy will soon run out of arrows. Remember, the elves have more arrows than we do, just to help enhance their identity as an archer nation. Oh, the Hinny Dower stopped and have started shooting back at us. I wondered where those shots were coming from. Come on, guys, don't waste yourselves on the Hinny Dower. Let's.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Oh, it's because I don't think some of you can reach them. Right, move forward. Come on, move forward. There we are. There we go. Keep on those. The Dower have gone down. The Eyes of the Forest. Tawar Ainur have run out of arrows.
The enemy's walls belong to us now.
So we'll just wait until we've run completely out of arrows. But we'll send the javelin troops ready and in. In we go. Take back our lands. Elder Council dropping. Are we still managing to keep our casualties low? Yeah, we're not doing too badly, actually. Ah, and here come our wardens. Woodman wardens standing ready. All getting trapped on the siege ram. Oh, they've just charged at us. Alright, let's try and flank. Sprint around the sides.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Nicely does it, nicely does it. There we are. I'm not worried about capturing the town. I think we could probably kill them quicker than we can capture the town centre. Although Tawar Ainur are very good fighters, but when they're completely surrounded like this, I don't think they'll do too well. But we will now see a couple of losses, annoyingly. No one's shooting us in the back, and they're going down. Let's zoom in. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Only 1 or 2 units remain. Who's at the back there? Go back and make sure those ones are killed off as well.
Control of the city.
Only 1 left there, and the general is all that remains. The AI generals always tend to last forever and ever and ever and ever. I was reading the suggestions thread on Discord through this week, it's been many months since I last looked at it, because to be honest, we've got a huge to-do list, and it just was furthest thing from my mind to then scan community suggestions. But I thought I should look through it, so I did. And there were so many hit point based suggestions for generals. People saying, please give generals more hit points. But generals have a hard-coded hit point cap, and it may surprise you to learn that pretty much every general in the game, Bear Warriors 74, pretty much every general very easily hits that hit point cap. So we just can't really do anything about it. The reason generals seem to die so easily is because the combat in Medieval 2 is slightly RNG based. Well, not slightly. It's all done on a dice roll. There is a chance that a snagger warrior that does 1 damage could one-shot a Mithlon noble or a Smith of Eregion, for example. That is a very real possibility, because it doesn't do it based on pure stats. It's not, I do 10 attack, you have 10 defense, ergo I do no damage, because of course that would never work. And units like Snagger would have 0 purpose. So instead, it's all based on a sort of quasi-dice roll that happens behind the scenes that you don't see. And the game takes into effect their armor stats and your damage stats, but then it does have an element of randomness. And so generals, even with ridiculous hit points, can still sometimes, as I have proven time and time and time again, they can still sometimes get killed when they charge into the back of a fleeing archer unit, for example. That can somehow still kill your general. And it's completely annoying and frustrating, but there's nothing that can be done about it.
Yes, my lord.
So that, I'm afraid, is where we are. Right, this army here, I think I'm going to pull the entire garrison out, save for the Valesmen, and I'm going to move them down and have them take up
Yes, my lord.
command of Bjorn's Hall. Did we lose anything? We lost absolutely nothing, in fact. They kept all of our buildings. Oh, brilliant. So it's as if we never lost it. Oh, we lost the standing stones, but I'm not sure that we needed to bother with them. Does top tier give us anything good? Morale bonuses, yeah. Well, you might as well get a baluster maker. Not bother with sheep farming. You might as well go for those. Many units can be retrained. I'm assuming that's blacksmith upgrades. Perfect. So we'll keep the army there until Grimwine can take up command of the garrison of Bjorn's Hall. And we've got our northern army readying, so I think we can end the turn. Someone asked for a submod for the Age of Empires 2 jingles for the end turns. And that did make me chuckle. But I probably won't release it as a submod. But it will make it into, when version 5 properly releases, because obviously various YouTubers do come to us and say, oh, hey, I'd love to play version 5. We're like, yeah, sure. Here you go, son. And when they ask for music, copyright-free editions, we do have a copyright-free pack that we release to them, which is just songs from the base game. It's what you see here on YouTube, obviously. And I need to incorporate those end turn jingles in that pack. So that pack will be available to those that wish for it. And I think a better way to handle it is I'll probably just put a link to it maybe in the official Submods thread on Discord. But there are a couple of extra steps, and they've only recently started happening, and I don't know why. But in previous incarnations, the music submod was a copy and paste job, and it needed nothing more. So you downloaded it, you unzipped it, and you copied the contents into your game, and boom, you'd have the same music that we're listening to now, and you'd have that copyright-free effect. However, at some point over the past sort of year, it's changed, and now it no longer works as a copy and paste job. So what you have to do is you copy it into your game, as you would with anything.
Yes.
And once you've copied it into your game, you then have to unpack the music files to allow the game to then repack them. So it's only one additional step, and it's very easily done. And I don't think anyone can do it in essence.
Yes, my lord.
What I'm going to do now is get rid of that one, and then let's send that one back and send those two out. Yeah, I put them in the wrong army. And anyone can do it, but it is just that it needs this extra step. So I think I need to include the music unpacker in the download. But I think I will consider putting that music pack as a submod then. So if anyone particularly wants it, they can do it. Now, if you want just the Age of Empires jingles, you're going to have to learn how to mod yourself,
Yes,
I am afraid. Right, let's build our best units up here in this army. Definitely. We want all the elites, air cavalry, all of you. So we've got a good foundation. You've got some bear warriors in there. I want those. I'd rather the javelin cav than the archer cav, if I'm honest. So we'll take at least 2 of them for now. Have you got anything good? No, you're more cav as well. So we've got room for 5 more, and we've got to take it from all of that.
Yes, my lord.
We could do...
Your orders, my lord.
I think if we take 2 of the archer cav, and then 2 of those, and maybe 1 of those. You've got some cav training, but you don't need to train them. We've got enough there.
Yes.
Alboin, there is a task for you. You're going to cut the head off the snake. Captain Skjotan, you might as well come down and just follow the main army. And there we are, our northern army moves. The woodland realm will regret their decision. Legolas the Bloodthirsty. I'm sure Legolas is still there, faction leader. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he is. Alright, Kumul comes at Own Lank. But we've got a pretty good defense of Amun Lank. So I don't hold out much hope for his chances. But what we can do is attack him and then withdraw from the battle, and then it at least puts our army as close to him as possible. So when he attacks Amun Lank, they will now be involved.
Yes, my lord.
Tortilla, have you got anything that can be swapped out? Oh no, that's the one that was going to be swapped out, wasn't it? Well, we'll send them both. What the hey.
As you command.
Again, ladders and towers don't have any effect in Karas Galadon.
As you wish.
It is.
Yes, my
It
lord.
does not. Oh, we can get some Lorien warders. Yes, please get rid of 10 of those. Oh, we can't do it right now. We can do it on the next turn. Mordor is almost certainly going to rise up to attack us, though. Actually, so we probably missed our chance for that. That's a shame. It'd be nice to do that with some elves on our side. Captain Phyllon is heading south, so we might just cut through to Dor Lingvar straight away, actually.
Yes, my lord.
Your army, though, is a bit pathetic, unfortunately. You've got all the trash. There's not a single mid-tier unit. Possibly Woodman Warriors and Woodman Hunters are kind of tier 2, these 4 here, but we really need tier 3s by this point in the game. And unfortunately, we've just not got them. So take those. We want at least full armies. You're all just trash, though. And you're heading away, aren't you, so that you can be retrained? But also just get rid of them. Yeah, they're good experience, but it's a cavalry unit. They're a dime a dozen. So Bralarn, I don't think he'll be able to defeat Phyllon is the only problem. Oh, he's got a lot of siege, actually. That's a bit of a waste. Go on, go for Dor Lingvar. And Ratahis. Let's see what we can do with Ratahis. You don't have a general, but you've got a relative army. Oh, look, and Brown Boat's got a force with a general in it. Yeah, why don't you bring your army, leave behind those 3, and you go up to there and link up with Ratahis, and you go for Erin Runen. Well, look at this. They really are going to rue their decision. They took one of our cities, admittedly our capital, which is a bit of a pride hit, but almost immediately thereafter we've taken much of it. We've taken Bjornsol's back, and we've now instantly got them on the back foot. The coming of Erebor, which was unlooked for but most welcome, has hugely shifted the odds in our favour. I knew that they were at war with Erebor, but I didn't quite know how useful Erebor were going to be. Oh, did my Sons of the Fallen just get bribed? What on earth just happened there? I'm going to have to look into that. I think we might have just lost the Sons of the Fallen unit, but I don't know how. Right, Kumul is attacking. Kumul the Easterling brings a second general, Muzlag. He's got 10 Olokai, they're going to be a problem. 3 normal trolls, but the rest of the army's a bit meh. He has got Loki and Asrim, but of course in a city they're just useless. They're all about their charge, 12 charge bonus. Obviously that is a good attack, but they're cavalry, so they're so easy to hit. We've got 3 upgraded Wildman defenders who are really good. And coming in to help us is Captain Thuinand, who will help greatly. Now I'm going to allow him to be AI controlled because I don't want to have to deal with that. Amunlank is one that is absolutely top of my wish list for a city to be reworked, and I pray each and every day that RK will come back and just with renewed vigor, and he'll think, you know what, I'm going to redo Amunlank, because I would love him to. Amunlank stands out to me because it's one of those battle maps that's actually fought at quite a lot. For example, Barad-dûr is a very interesting and engaging battle map, and it works quite well, but it's a bit narrow inside, and I'd really quite like it to be enlarged so it's a bit easier to maneuver your troops. But Barad-dûr is so far down on the list because you would normally maybe fight there once in a campaign, and that's if you're attacking it. You almost never fight in Barad-dûr if you actually play as Mordor. So it's a really low priority battle map. But Amunlank is fought at by so many nations that it is just such a high priority. And I would love it to be reworked. Ah, there we are, that's the best we're going to get. They are our only archers. Jodir. Right, our best bet is almost certainly going to be... Can we get you to go and stand there? Yeah, so that you're sort of near to our troops. Our best bet is going to force them to just sort of slog it out up that hill. So we want to move all of our units that are our own, although you're just garbage. We'll put you... Well, we can't move them yet. This battle map is so hard to fight on. Right, and then you three... You're all down there. Good. You're going to form the actual garrison. So let's start this battle. You're going to go on the left. You're going to go straight across the middle. And you're going to go on the right. And I want you to block it in like that. The AI has got some towers. So they've got one unit that's going to come around the side. They've got a ram. Remember, despite the fact that these towers look tall, imposing and ominous, they are not towers. They are buildings. Which means they don't do anything. They don't shoot. And they do nothing. The only tower, as you just saw there, is that one, bizarrely. So the main gate has towers, but everywhere else, whoever created Amunlank decided they didn't need them. Oh, look at this. Oh, go on. Go on. Ah, no, it's cut a bit short. There's the enemy right at the bottom of the hill for some bizarre reason. I get what they were going for with this Amunlank depiction. Amunlank, of course, famously means the bare hill or the naked hill, because it is... famously, a hill that juts up in southern Mirkwood and doesn't have any trees on it. It is also a very standalone hill. It's like a small version of Erebor, the Lonely Mountain, in that it has no real high ground around it. So it's not like the tallest peak of a set of hills, like Amunlank, not Amunlank, like Amunhen. No, I don't mean Amunhen either. Amun-Sul. So many Amuns. Amun-Sul is the highest point of the Weather Hills, which is a set of hills. Amunlank, or Dol Guldur, is a singular high point amongst the flat plains of southern Mirkwood. So they've opted to go for that with this large hill. But the problem is, of course, that this large hill then makes playing on this battle map horrifically annoying. Which isn't a very good adjective for that, or adverb, I don't know, never really bothered with the English. It's a nuisance to fight on. And then secondly, of course, the battle map itself, the actual citadel, is so cramped, it's almost impossible to put anyone anywhere. Oh, I just realised that I didn't move them to the middle.
Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It's time for
Our catapults are going to do next to nothing in this battle map. You watch. Now, you're going to go down the hill first, and the rest of you are just going to stay ready to move when the time comes. But when the gate goes down, it's when the real force will start moving in.
Curses! The enemy are battering down
I'll have
our
our
gates.
reinforcements just be aggressive.
The enemy's ram has breached the gates.
Another thing that I see asked for an awful lot on the suggestions is, please can you make gates stronger? They get knocked down so easily, it's worthless. Oh, the tower actually worked and it destroyed the tower. The whole wall to choose from, only 2 towers on the whole map, and they went for the 2 towers with the siege tower. And to that I would say, there's not much more again we can do. Minas Tirith already has the strongest gate of any battle map other than Khazad-dûm. But you'll note that it still goes down in like 2 hits, and there really is nothing that we can do about that. Well, not 2 hits, but it goes down quickly, doesn't it? We can't add the hit points to an extreme degree. There is, again, a hard-coded hit point limit for gates. So there's very little that we can do, I'm afraid. It's just the game engine. Gates were never designed to be all-powerful, and a battering ram would destroy them very quickly and easily. And that is what we're faced with. Right, well, this is where the fighting is going to be the fiercest, and our River Elders, or the Wildman Defenders. I'm pleased that this visual is now used for these, because this visual is now not present for Enid Wythe, I don't think. So it makes this unit look unique, which is pretty good. And I was pretty pleased to see that the Wildman, the garrison script, doesn't actually really crash the game. We're getting a lot of reports that the sporadic crashing is really being dealt with, and all of our thanks must go to Jojo for that, because he found an issue with the missions. There was a problem with missions, which I'm sure I've said before, but I like to publicise these things as much as I can. And there were 3 missions that had a chance of crashing the game if you completed them. And so with them gone, that massively cuts down on issues. I don't actually know if the AI gets given missions, but if it does, that is definitely an impact, a factor. We also, of course, had the issue with Gundabad, and that has been resolved as well, but we need to find a way to get the retraining building back in the game, because retraining AORs is easily the most requested feature of the game. And we absolutely want it to be a feature, so we're trying to find a way to get that back into the game. But we'll have to wait and see. It's really annoying that you can't tell catapults to target ground, because now these catapults are just going to do nothing. You'll note that they killed some of our own archers before they actually were useful. I can sort of move them forward though. Right, our unit's on the right hand side here. Oh, there's a black orcs. You can charge into them when they come down off the wall. Otherwise you're going to get third partied when you attack the orc host. But our defensive units hold down there. Our catapults are hopefully going to wind their way down the hill. We'll move another unit down as well, just so that we've got 2 in the line. Oh, yes, look, you're going down perfectly. Yes, 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 yes. And then stop, and then fire right into all of that. Hit that low Gamprim at the back there. Go on.
We will smash the enemy.
Go on, yes, 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 yes. This is what we like to see. Smash them. Go on. Oh! Oh! And the third one shoots. The third one shoots. Oh, that's not what you want to see when you are invading Dol Guldur. Right, now, push through this line. Absolutely push down this hill. And do not let anyone target those catapults, because they are about to change the whole course of this. Oh, Muslag died. Oh, and another brutal blow for the enemy as they tried to climb this hill. These catapults are changing the way that we conduct warfare in Dol Guldur forever. Never again will we get caught in this horrific archer's nightmare, as now we have unlocked the secrets of success. Catapults. Go on, give them another volley. They're ready. They're ready. There it goes. There it goes. Oh. Yeah! What an ignominious end for Kumul the Easterling. He has been blasted asunder by the catapults themselves, and most of the enemy army is now running away because of the death of him. Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. We've got them keeping them pinned on that side. Those ones keeping them pinned there, but if you can hit that middle section. Go on. Go on. Oh, and another devastating blow. Catapults are one of the most fun things in this mod. In the game, sorry. I mean, Siege obviously is fun in later games as well. And in Warhammer, of course, Siege has a huge part. Everyone loves the rocket batteries. But catapults are so powerful in this one. When they land, everything that gets struck by them dies. There is no 2 ways about it. There's no, like, oh, this unit's elite, so it can't die to a single catapult shot. Everything dies. Nothing survives when a catapult blasts into their faces. Those catapults are going to have an outrageous kill tally at the end of this. Right, most of the enemy army is now routing, which means they are probably have only got 1 good blast left in them. Ideally, I'd like you to hit the Olokai, but if they shoot the Olokai, we're going to target ourselves. But their death tally must be astronomical. The death toll is catastrophic. We must bow to their wishes. You must contact me. We haven't even needed to use most of our forces. The Olokai are probably going to be the only thing fighting on after all this. And the catapults are still doing wonders. The enemy is just not leaving. Why are they not running away? They're getting obliterated. We're down to only 15% of the enemy remains. Most of them are Olokai. There are some troops over there, of course, that we need to go and deal with. And I think that might be an opportunity for our bear warriors to just go and break them. Oh, bless you. Cat sneezed. I don't think the siege can do much more, though. We should probably stop them firing now. Yes, because they've just obliterated a whole heap of Wildman defenders. So that's enough for the catapults for now. Thank you very much. Return to the top of the hill so you don't get any ideas. And let's speed this up because it is over now, isn't it? Right, bear warriors. Into position. And hit those black Uruks. Give them what for? Here they come. Tiny little legs moving huge bodies. Oh, and they smash into the backs and they instantly rout. And away they go. Glory. Glory. Kamul came to return, to regain what he lost. He must have slunk back to Mordor when we took Dol Guldur for the first time and endured Sauron's absolutely unending wrath. He was sent back to Dol Guldur with a single charge of retaking that castle or do not come back at all. And yet his physical form has now been destroyed once again. And the spirit of Kamul now lingers around the borders of Mordor, terrified of what awaits him when he tells Sauron that not only has he failed to reclaim Dol Guldur again, but now the Anduin is poised to take Caras Galadon from them as well. Something that somebody commented, and I agree very much, is that we probably won't keep Caras Galadon because it is going to be the target of the invasions for till the end of time. And that's just so much effort to keep holding off all of the invasions. So we will just give it back to Lothlorien and let them be the brunt of the invasions from here on out. Oh, the trolls have moved up the hill to strike at our heart. But they're going down. They're starting to take damage. No one be in defensive mode. Everyone be aggressive. There is it one Olokai remaining? But he's doing a right number on our units over there. Something that I did see in the suggestions thread that I liked quite a lot, actually, is to increase the mass of the skin changes quite a lot so that when they charge into an enemy unit, they send the enemy flying, a bit like a smaller cavalry unit. And I think because we can't get actual bear warriors... Oh my god, look at the numbers. The catapult. Now I shall make this promise to all of those of you listening, that I do decree, as public servant that I am, that I shall never again doubt the efficacy and use of catapults. 457 orcs died today. We only killed about 30 of our own. That is a payment I'll happily take. And given that most of them are wild men defenders, although we lost a few Vale Archers and Valesmen. Yeah, that was the initial strike, wasn't it? Ah, someone outside is trimming a hedge or cutting their lawn or something, and I thought it was my computer about to explode. But it's not. We're all right, everyone. We're all right. Don't panic. Don't panic. That was a brilliant defense of Ainur Lank, and hopefully the last, because I really don't like that battle map. But now that we've unlocked the secret of success in Dol Guldur, I don't think anyone will take it from us. 3,020 ransom value. If I didn't have all the money in the world, I would happily ransom you back to your homes, your loved ones. But as it stands, I'm afraid, I shall have to wipe you all out. Now, I don't think we're going to have the same success here. Tortilla, with a much reduced and weakened army, comes up against the Witch King himself. He's got a lot of Black Uruk things in amongst all of that. In fact, to be honest, I don't think it's actually even worth fighting this. I think this army would be much better served going over to Ainur Lank and taking Mordor's Dor Norhak province. So I'm actually going to abandon that battle.
To me, men.
We will just get the army killed, and we will not succeed. Mordor will retain Caras Galadon. If we're going to actually try to get Galadon back, we need to send not only one army, but at least two, and they need to have many elites in them. So for the time being, Tortilla here will go to Dor Norhak.
With honor, we shall continue tomorrow. Your will, my lord.
And Triowine, I think, will just be kicked off.
My lord.
Yeah, go and get Dor Norhak from them. You can link up with the army in Ainur Lank, because if we can move that army out, then if we can make Dor Norhak our defensive point, that would be my much preferred avenue. Mythelberg built an Elder's Hall, as it is now a large town. I've added things there already, but chuck in the wharf. You haven't even got a Carpenter's Guild, haven't you? Leothor got a Ballaster Maker. Might as well build an apothecary. We've got the money. Roskabel, cattle farming, catapult maker. What the hey? Mount Graham built a Bjorning camp. And Anduin Gate got a muster ground so that we can get free upkeep. Yep, take both of those. And we'll go Bjornings, what the hey? Ballaster maker, chicken farming, and herbalist. Nice. Khazad-dûm, desperate to get through Anduin Gate, but I'm afraid, Khazad-dûm, I would happily give you Anduin Gate back. I have no real desire to hold it, but because I need it for my victory conditions, you can't have it back. But they desperately want it back. Right, Bralaron can move on Dor Lingvar. Phylon has gone down to Southis. You aren't as useful there to me now, actually. I want to make sure that Dorwinion still holds that, but they're being besieged. Dorwinion aren't even flavour of the month. Dorwinion are sided with the Wood Elves. Oh, and a Wood Elf army has just appeared out of nowhere. And speaking of things that appeared out of nowhere, the Dwarves have attacked Erun Thollen. But Erunestian takes command... Oh, it's Brit. Brit takes command of Erumolian, was he called before? And Alian... Apparently every elf is handsome. I mean, they are, but the fact that they're all called it. Oh, the Dwarves are doing a right number on the elves. Erun Thollen and Thranduil's halls. We haven't even needed to move our army in yet. You're going down there. Albion, you're probably not needed then. You might as well just come south and we'll send the three of you through together.
Your orders, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Yeah, move forward. Move along the road.
Orders, my lord.
Stick together. Oh yeah, you're going to join one of them, aren't you? That one. Can you reach that one? Yes, nice, there we are. Well done. Yep, you head back down to Bjorn's Halls, and same with Alboin. Now, with any luck, the Dwarves are going to do that. Now, I think the Dwarves will actually win. The Dwarves have the best auto-resolve of any nation, other than Mordor with Great Beasts. Great Beasts basically change any auto-resolve to their favour. They are unbelievably overpowered. Same with Mumakil, actually. If the Mumakil are present in an auto-resolve, they will almost always win. But Mumakil aren't as common as Great Beasts. I think we do need to make the Great Beasts a touch rarer. I think they are. That's a big contributory factor to why Gondor dies so bloody much. But beyond that, the Dwarves have the best auto-resolve, and you can almost win a Dwarven campaign without fighting any battles ever, because they are so powerful in auto-resolve. So I think the Dwarves will win that, is the point of my little speech then. We could get generals in both of these as well, so you might as well just move one of those out. Off you go to Fastrid's Peak. But otherwise, it's coming together nicely. We're back to 21 regions, and we still just have our 9 region requirement. Well, we're definitely going to get Lingvar, we're definitely going to get Norhak. That's 2 more. We'll probably get Southis, but then after that, I don't know where we're going to get the others. I really don't want to fight Mordor, but we'll see. But for now, that concludes today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And as ever, the final episode this week, or not as ever, as with the past few months, the last episode for this week will be live streamed on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, the centre of the world. And it will go for an hour and a half, and that will be the 3rd Anduin episode for this week. But until we speak again, dear friends, do have a smashing rest of your week. I hope you look forward to your weekend as much as myself. And Navar Naden Pedimad Melunin, and farewell.